McDonnell, and your one seat from Little Rock, Brock Delsinore. Delsinore.
11-2 major decision. TJ McDonnell of Oregon State, the number 4 seed, beat Brock Del Signor of Little Rock, 9-7 decision. We welcome in Chris Marino, the Associate Commissioner of the Pac-12, who is Matt's side right now with us. And what have you thought so far of tonight?
It's a lot of great action. It's always exciting to see these great student athletes come out and compete at the highest level. They're doing a phenomenal job. Obviously, really close match or event right now, and can't wait for the last couple matches. So it's been a great surprise, and we're really, really happy with the outcome.
And a lot of people may not, if they're not wrestling fans, may not realize that while the Pac-12 is rebuilding and will be back in action in a couple of years for wrestling, it's business as usual. Now, granted, 4 teams instead of 6, but the Pac-12 exists.
That's exactly right. I think a lot of people miss that this is a conference-sponsored sport this year. That's why we have the championship, and we're really, really happy with the group of teams that we have. Obviously, Cal Poly, Bakersfield, Little Rock, and obviously Oregon State. They're phenomenal competitors, great programs, great coaches, really good staff and student athletes, and so we're looking forward to continuing on and rebuilding, similar to how we're rebuilding the conference itself in a year's time.
Unbelievable flurry getting this one going. Dashiell Lamer on the board first. Back and forth exchange. Getting the takedown, taking the early lead over McDonnell. Chris, as you watch this great wrestling, there's a lot of questions about the Pac-12, potential expansion, conference movement, shifting. Do you foresee a time where the Pac-12 is expanded from 4 teams to more?
Sure. So we've done a careful analysis over the past several months. Obviously, we've added teams that are going to come and join us in July 26, just more broadly with our conference. But from a wrestling perspective, we're committed to the sport of wrestling. It's going to be one of our conference-sponsored sports moving forward. And really, the next step is assessing the best affiliates to add and moving forward with more teams, right? Trying to get, obviously, to that 6 for the AQs, and then beyond that, trying to add more for competitive purposes, ensure that West Coast wrestling is present. Whoa!
How about that?
That was intense. And obviously making sure that our teams are in the best position to do great things nationally.
The shot from McDonnell and like a tombstone position for Lamer. Glad he didn't land, drop McDonnell right directly on his head as that one ends in a stalemate.
Of course, Fresno State, great wrestling area, long-established program that went away, came back, and has gone away again. Is there a push now that Fresno State is joining the Pac-12 to have wrestling come back?
I haven't heard that, personally. I haven't heard it.
I would love to see it.
Sure. I haven't heard it, but that'll be a conversation down the line. But again, we're going to assess and look at D1 institutions that support the wrestling program and see if we can have really good fits for our league. Again, West Coast presence, getting great competition nationally for our kids and student athletes and coaches, that's a top priority for us.
From a timing perspective, as far as adding teams, when would that be a next year or 2026 thing? Is that known?
I think at this point, the way we've been thinking about it is it's going to align with our broader rebuild, right? So we know that we have teams coming in July 1st, 2026. That's essentially how we've been viewing this rebuild.
Talking with Chris Marino, Associate Commissioner of the Pac-12. Dashiell Lamer of Cal Poly is a Corvallis kid. Went to Crescent Valley High School, the youngest of the 4 Lamer brothers, coached by their father Chad at Crescent Valley High School. Legendary coach there. He was there for a decade, coached all of his sons, Brawley, Chance, Legend, and Dashiell. And Dashiell is the youngest. And all 4 of them have wrestled at Cal Poly. The oldest brother, Justice, ran cross country and track at Montana State. So he went against the trend.
Now, Chris, you have a lot of sports under your purview. Where does wrestling stack up? What separates wrestling? What do you appreciate most about what the wrestlers bring?
Look, I think all of our student athletes across the board in our conference are great, but I have a special place in my heart for the wrestling student athletes. The commitment that they show, the perseverance, the dedication to their craft, I mean, it's phenomenal. I've never seen anything like it. And so when I get a chance to come out and watch a dual meet, come and watch a championship, it's a really special event. So I'm so happy that they can come again to Oregon State for this great championship. And we've seen some great wrestling so far, right? I mean, that's the phenomenal thing. We're hoping that, leading into NCAAs in Philly, we're going to have maybe a national title or 2. That's the hope.
That's the hope, yeah.
That's not hyperbole. It's a real possibility. You've got 197. It could come from there. It could come from 33. You've got, 149. You've got 3 really tough guys there. A lot of firepower coming from the Pac-12.
Absolutely, and that's something that I think we've been slept on, right? We always do well when we get to the NCAAs. We always kind of wrestle above our perception, and I think it'll happen again this year, and we like to continue surprising people.
Oregon State putting these on a stage. They did that a couple of times this year. They did it last year against Penn State. That duel last year against Penn State was the #1 revenue-generating event ever in Gill Coliseum history.
It's incredible, and the job that Chris has done to put schedules together where you have those amazing competitions. Penn State, you talk about Iowa this year, Oklahoma State. Oh, those were all phenomenal, not only for the wrestling fan, but for just the broader community. So it's great to see people pack Gill Coliseum. Makes it an incredible event. The stage, we haven't had the stage before. I think it elevates the event and something we look forward to continuing doing.
All right, we've got 3 minutes left in this one. Let's focus on Dashiell Lamer and TJ McDonnell, Cal Poly and Oregon State respectively. This is the 3 and 4 seeds, Brock Delsignore and Garrett Ninehouse of Little Rock and CSU Bakersfield respectively, got beaten earlier today. And then Ninehouse won the 3rd place bout. So if McDonnell were to win, you pointed this out earlier, Christian, they would actually finish 4-3, 2-1 in reverse order.
That would be crazy, and now you see McDonnell fighting this off, at least for the time being, but Lamer, dog on a bone with that leg, but McDonnell will not stop spamming, diving under. Now he's got the leg. Decent position here for McDonnell.
Scrambling like a much smaller wrestler.
Yeah, he's agile for sure. Coach Pendleton has a lot of confidence in McDonnell, says he's a good wrestler, he's just got to put it together.
They say that he's going to be an elite wrestler, not if, but when. Redshirt freshman from Fountain Valley, California, and he had dropped 8 consecutive bouts entering the Pac-12s, going back to December 6th, 3 by fall, 1 by major decision, 1 by tech fall. But his coaches continued to express confidence in him, saying, hey, this guy, you just watch, he's going to be great. And here he is in the title bout, and with 2 minutes remaining, he's a takedown away from tying it up. First of all, he needs to get away.
He's got to get away. He's got to find a couple opportunities to get to the legs. He's been looking to counter primarily. Lamer's been on the attack. He's not been close to a counter score. He's going to have to find his way initiating a leg attack. But as you mentioned, Rich, you got to get away first. Broomstick finish there for Lamer. Nice job. As riding time climbing, approaching a minute. This is another obstacle potentially for McDonnell. Granby roll trying to create some separation. Lamer stays locked in with that leg ride.
Riding time now above a minute. So that 4-1 lead, essentially a 5-1 lead. He is going to need the 1 and then the 3.
Another roll now. A reversal will be just what the doctor ordered, but runs out of real estate. Just gets off the mat.
So next to last bout, we started at heavyweight. We'll have a couple of allocation matches coming up after the awards are given. At heavyweight and at 125. As there will be an NCAA spot on the line for true second.
Chris, having the tournament on a Thursday, is that something you anticipate continuing?
Well, I think we have to think about being innovative, trying to expand our audience. We want to make sure we're getting to different homes in different manners, and I think the Thursday we'll certainly consider. I think it's been a good success thus far.
All right, there's the 1 for McDonnell. He's got 40 seconds to get a takedown and even this thing up with that riding time point coming for Dashiell Lamer.
So takedown and ride out is what he's got to get. Left side attack. Now a single leg. But not finishing here flat on your belly.
Nope.
Able to pull it in. Trying to finish out the back door, locked through the crotch there is Lamer. This is a tough spot for McDonnell with just 10 seconds to go. Turns in.
Wow, he got him.
Overtime.
TJ McDonnell of Oregon State.
Lamer relaxed.
Yes, he did. This thing is going to OT. Wow.
Man, I think he just assumed. There's a spot on the line here. No one's going to hesitate. I mean, you got to throw it all out there. That's what McDonnell's doing.
The number 4 seed, TJ McDonnell. The number 3 seed, Dashiell Lamer. a takedown away from heading to NCAAs. And the shot taken, the double by McDonnell. TJ McDonnell has done it. The number 4 seed is headed to the NCAA championships.
Unbelievable.
Did we just see that?
It was over. We're moving on to 197. We're about to thank Chris for his time. McDonnell said no. Got the 3 and then capitalized on the momentum. And here it is. He's locked. He's kind of dug in here. And just he's not heavy. Gets a little light lift. Turn in. Exploded.
6 seconds left. He stopped wrestling.
And then he went.